Welcome to another edition of Horror Tales from Around the Net. Tonight's episode, Kirby's World. It was horrible. So horrible. What was it? I will never forget that moment. It was a typical Saturday morning. I was playing Kirby's Return to Dreamland while I waited for breakfast. I was facing Magalore, and he was almost defeated. My mom came into the room and told me that breakfast was ready. Just in time. I had beaten Magalore, and I'd sat down at the table to eat 5 strips of bacon. After I'd finished eating, I heard a ring at the doorbell. It was my friends. We started to converse. "Hey, did you beat Magalore yet?" "Yeah, I just did." "Wow, nice man. You're certainly fast. You got the game like only 2 days ago." "Yep, guess I got too addicted to it." "What other Kirby games do you have?" "I only have a few, but I used to have Kirby and the Amazing Mirror." "Really?" "Yeah, it was a great game." While we conversed, my mom shouted at me to turn off my Wii. I just remembered that I left it on, and so I ran back inside to turn it off. While turning it off, I glared at the case of Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Memories suddenly flew through my mind of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. I suddenly missed it. I had lost it when we were moving 4 weeks ago. I thought maybe I should download an emulator and a ROM of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. I went on a random site hosting ROMs, and as the page loaded, my screen was overflowing with ads and whatnot. I closed all of them even though the flowing wouldn't stop. As I downloaded the ROM, I thought to myself, what if the ROM is hacked or something? I don't even know this site. Ignoring my thoughts, I extracted VBA in the ROM to a folder called Visual Boy Advance. I started to play cautiously to check if anything is glitched. I was so excited to play that I never bothered to close Google Chrome or the ads. After a few minutes of gaming, I arrived at Moonlight Mansion. My mom told me that my friends were going to go now, so I headed to the front door and started to converse again before they left. After they left, I returned to my computer and started playing Kirby and the Amazing Mirror again. I got stuck on one of the parts, so I watched a walkthrough on YouTube. I finally understood how to beat it, so I was going back to the VBA. Although, something caught my eye. There was an ad I forgot to close, so I clicked the tab and it said, "Play all the newest Kirby games now!" Usually, I don't trust ads, but I was very curious, so I clicked it. It led me to a website, http://kirbygamesonline.weebly.com. There was a download link. I thought this must have been their newest game, like said in the article. The game was called Kirby's World. It sounded fun. I felt like trying it, so I clicked the link. I was led to a MediaFire download. The file was called kirby.exe.zip. I thought to myself, why couldn't they have just called it Kirby's World? After I downloaded the file, I extracted it to a folder. There were 2 files, kirby.exe and readme.txt. I read the readme file first. It had some useless info about the game and website, although I noticed something. I saw the scroll bar, the one you drag to scroll up or down. That shouldn't be there if the paragraph didn't surpass the window size of the readme. So, being the curious me, I scrolled to the bottom. To my surprise, I found the following text. "Your fault, isn't it?" In confusion, I closed the readme and stared at the .exe file. I was feeling bad about this. It looked pretty suspicious, yet I still wanted to play it. I finally mustered enough courage to do it. I regret that now. It started abruptly. A message was there and it read, "Why, Kirby?" It was definitely odd, but I kept going. There were other Kirbys there, crying. They weren't crying tears, though. It was red, and any sane person knows tears aren't red. Blood is. The Kirbys could be talked to, but they only asked, "Why did you do it?" and said, "It's all your fault." This game kept getting stranger. As I went on, there were other Dreamland citizens, but all they did was stand there and call me a menace. There was a door nearby, so I thought maybe I could get out of that weird room. The door only led to another room, which was worse than the first one. The Kirbys were here as well, but now their eyes were purple. I tried to talk to one, but I only ended up losing a life when I touched it. When I respawned, I continued forward. I saw a note on the ground saying, "Only those with pupils of red have forgiveness for the menace." I finally got past the purple-eyed Kirbys, but then the spotlight surrounding Kirby went black. It came back, but very dark and hard to see. There was a group of purple-eyed Kirbys in front of me, and they asked, "Want to play hide and seek?" They disappeared, and I had found a door. I tried to get out, but the door was locked. Just then, an odd sound played, and a red-eyed Kirby appeared behind me. He was never there before. He unlocked the door and said that I was lucky. This game was getting creepier and weirder, so I went through the door quickly. This room was at normal brightness, but then it started dimming quickly. I started running. Just as I got to the end, it froze and went completely black. Weirdly, ghostly chants played for about 5 seconds. Suddenly, a Kirby appeared that took up the whole screen. He looked demonic, with black skin, red pupils, and blood running down from his eyes. Could this have been Kirby? His eyes rolled back, and the screen went black. The game ended with 5 words. Do you get it now? It closed by itself. I will never ever forget this moment, day, game, ever again. It scarred my life. I think I did get what they were telling me now. If you don't understand, please play the game and see for yourself. I don't want to be alone in this. The end. Thank you for tuning in to this month's horror tale from around the net. Tune in next month for another spine-tingling tale. Also, you probably shouldn't go to that site. It probably is littered with viruses. My mom told me that my friends were going to go now, so I headed to the front door and started to converse again before they left. What a shitty friend. Hey, let me stop talking to you so I can download an emulator and play while you just sit in my living room or something. http://kirbygamesonline.weebly.com. I'm not going to click this link. I'm not going to click it. I don't want to get possessed by an evil Kirby spirit. Oh, but I'm so curious and tempted. Although it's on HTTPS now, so I don't know if I can trust it. I saw the scroll bar. The one you drag to scroll up or down. No shit, Sherlock. That shouldn't be there if the paragraph didn't surpass the window size of the README. Again, no shit. I was feeling bad about this. It looked pretty suspicious, yet I still wanted to play it. Have you never heard of malware bytes or Norton antivirus? You can scan these things now, you know. Any case. But now their eyes were purple, and there were a lot more of them. Wait, the eyes of the Kirby.